lunch. I told you all about it. Everybody's like, "Oh, Wendy, you're whack." First, you're talking about R. Kelly. Now you're talking about Bill Cosby. Now you're talking about surgery. And I'll be damned. 100 years later, and
right
who was
about
right?
everybody.
Who was correct? Now these girls brag about what they've gotten done. Girls don't have natural bodies anymore. Camille has fled the scene. I don't care what you say. That's the long and suffering. And R. Kelly is everything I said.
Yeah.
But you want to call me and tell me why are you talking about our people, or why are you talking about people and good blacks don't crack? You're fake. Why'd you get liposuction? Why'd you get breast and what? I was an OG before OG was invented. Okay. And the lipo lunch, I told you all about it. Everybody's like, "Oh, Wendy, you're whack."
Hi, greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and we are definitely back here at the Queen Tulsa Show. This is Queen Tulsa Live. Today is Tuesday, August the 27th. The current time is 9:40. Listen here, we got some great topics for you tonight. But before we jump right into that, let's go ahead and recognize our royals. We have Messenger for the Spiritual Army Angels, Miss Barbara. She says, "Hi, Queen." And then we have Miss Judy Cole. She done snuck in here on that jet. Okay. Listen here. I tried to use a jet to get a friend here, and they said Miss Judy Coles was up in the air, child. So I guess she's tuning in from the skies. Listen here, y'all. Now, I did do a poll on the community tab, and let me check it to see what y'all wanted to start with first, because, child, this is going to be very interesting. I said, where should we start? A, Wendy Williams, Real Housewives. B, Roa Ladies. C, Hot Topics. D, Let Me Get Comfortable. So 50% says Wendy Williams, 0% says RHOA Ladies, 33% says Hot Topics, and 17% says Let Me Get Comfortable. So you already know. We're going to start off with the Queen. Okay. Hello. We're going to start off with the Queen. Yes. All right, so let's get into it here. Let me bring it up a little bit more. So it says, actually, maybe I should have put it right there. Okay, it says Wendy Williams makes shocking comeback in public appearance with Dr. Sabi's son after not being seen in a year. And shout out to ATL Blackstar for reporting this. They said after months of uncertainty about Wendy Williams' location, she was recently seen in public for the first time since May 2023. On August 19th, she and her son visited Victor Brown's store in New York, New Jersey, where Bowman shared a photo with Williams, who has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. The sighting comes amid concerns that her court appointed guardianship might be isolating her from loved ones. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into these photos. Oh my God. Like I said, we reported on her yesterday, but guess what? It's the Queen's week. Listen here. I don't think that we can talk about Miss Wendy Williams enough. Like, when I tell you I miss her being on our television screen, I mean, she would be up in the purple chair and she would be giving us all the hot topics, and she would really give them, nobody can give us the hot topics the way that she did. Okay. And the audience um response to some of her hot topics, I mean, the laughter, the I've been waiting for. All right, guess what we're gonna cover today? We're gonna hit up Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. I never thought that it would work, and everybody would be like, "Ooh." But let's get into some of these comments. But this is her right here. She's in her boots, the white boots. It looks very good. She's got some meat on her legs. Because last time she was looking a little skeletal. Not gonna lie, very skeletal, but her face is looking fuller. Um, I told y'all I love her with a bang. All right, and this is Kevin Jr. Isn't he growing up? And y'all, I forgot to tell y'all the other day that he is looking amazing. Like, it's something about little Kevin. Like, I know Miss Wendy Williams is gonna be so proud of him. I mean, the way that she raised that boy, and just how she kept certain things away from him. And remember, do you all remember when Lil Kev had went out and started smoking? And he had got a hold to some bad stuff. I think it was like synthetic marijuana, and Miss Wendy Williams, how you doing? Remember she had discussed that on her show? And I believe that she went over to Dr. Sabi, or Dr. Sabi, however you say it. Don't want to disrespect his family's name or his legacy. As Judy Cole says, laying in bed and watching on the TV. All right. Hey, Queen Tulsa. Hey, how are you? Hi, Queen. Tried to call you 3 times today. I know I saw it, child. It was a lot going on. Can we talk about Judge Mathis and his wife? Absolutely. I'll make sure I add that to the topics as well. Messenger for the spiritual army. Okay. Now, as I was saying about Lil Kev, girl, he has grown up. He's looking so good. He's got like the Jay-Z dreads going on. Um, and then something basic, because remember in the past they were saying that he had a very big spending addiction. Okay. Let's get into some of these comments. Someone says she went right. Someone says she went to the right people to get back to her. Great. I'm glad she's looking better and doing better. Way to go, Wendy. You can't keep a good woman down. Never, ever, ever. I love this for her. Focusing on healing and wellness and mind and body is a game changer with anyone and everyone. Yes, with her son too. If anyone can help her get right, it'll be Dr. Sebi's son. Dr. Sebi's son, Victor, is the truth. Good to see Wendy with her son. Extremely happy to have the sister back. But why? Blow the spot on who, what, and where beats me. Child, God is good. Cue the conspiracy theories starting in 3, 2, 1. Good to see Wendy. We love you, Wendy. We love you, Wendy. Praying for quick healing. Glad she's moving around. Love you, Wendy. We love you, Wendy. Where is his store in New York, New Jersey? I think that we could just Google it up. Yeah, we could just Google it up. But I was doing a little research as well. So y'all tell me, how do y'all miss Wendy Williams? What are your thoughts on this particular hot topic? Let me know. Sound off. Yes, yes, yes. So let's get into our other topic. Y'all sound off in the comments as I pull this story up. Oh, child, for some reason. Oh, okay. So now this is not a celebrity topic, but I do feel like it's very relevant to what's going on today in today's society. So let's bring the story up. This is shout out to our friends over at the Media Takeout. Shaking my head. Florida teen fatally shoots his girlfriend's father, who he was living with, because the father asked him to move out because he was posting guns on social media. All right. So it says, neighbors, y'all got to get into this. A 44-year-old, a Pompano Beach, Florida father named Keith Poole was shot to death in front of his 3 children after he confronted his daughter's 18-year-old boyfriend, Lon Jr. Jones, for posting inappropriate photos online. According to the Daily Mail, LaJuan Jones was in a relationship with Poole's daughter, Jessie. So Keith Poole allowed his daughter's boyfriend to live with him and his family. However, things turned tragic after Poole confronted his daughter's boyfriend about inappropriate social media posts regarding photos concerning him with a firearm. He informed him that his behavior was unacceptable since he was living under his roof. Words were exchanged, and Poole asked Jones to leave the residence. While Poole was in the doorway, Jones allegedly took out a firearm from a crossbody bag and fired at Poole, striking him in the chest and face, all while his three children witnessed. Witnesses claimed the victim did not pose a threat and was not violent toward Jones. After going on the run for 3 days, Jones has turned himself in and is now in custody. Lawyers representing the teen issued a request for a discovery for a jury trial to fight the charges. Neighbors, what are your thoughts? Ooh, child, let's get into it. Okay, so that's Jesse right there, the girl that he was dating, and that's the guy right there. So let's get into these comments. Y'all know they be lighting them up. Why was he staying there anyway? Some of y'all parents too friendly, and then ish like this happened. Shaking my effing head. R.I.P. Of course, it's Florida child. He shouldn't have moved in the first place. Someone says probably why his real family ain't want to have ish to do with him. Shaking my head. Number one, him not having a place to stay was a red flag. So you didn't want to stop posting firearms, so you shoot the gun. Now you can't post no more pics of guns. The mindset makes of these youngins no sense. Unfortunately, some of the family members are going to resent the daughter. Not saying it's right, but I understand. Uncle Keith, we love you. It's time black men have a conversation. The youth is out of control. I totally agree with that one. I would never understand parents who are allowing teens to have living boyfriend girlfriends. Not on my watch ever. Okay, if you're not married, you're not coming in. The daughter will never live this down. These new kids bother my spirit so bad. What do y'all think about that? This man opened up his doors to you for his daughter, and you leave her fatherless. Let's get into it. What do y'all think about that story? Would y'all, let me ask y'all this, would y'all let y'all's baby, y'all's daughter or son have a living boyfriend or girlfriend if they're not married? Hey, the Tea Lounge, how are you? I'm so happy for Wendy. Me too. And it was like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all know, like, I'm a big Wendy's fan. And I've just been like, I was getting depressed because I wasn't seeing her. I was getting very depressed. Oh, and I forgot my red lip tonight. Y'all excuse me. Hey Judy Coles. That is terrible. Absolutely. So let me know. Would y'all let y'all's child's partner live in with y'all? I mean, these are teens, right? These are teens. And speaking on boyfriends, let's go ahead and bring this story up right here because this is very familiar to all of us. You said that is terrible. Messenger for the spiritual army angel says, unfortunately, when you don't follow morals, you always live to suffer. Some of these news cycles make me really miss her. Yeah, absolutely. Now, check this out. Judge rules Breonna Taylor's boyfriend calls her unalivement, dismisses felony charges against two officers. Shout out to Essence for reporting this. A federal judge has dismissed major felony charges against two former Louisville police officers, Joshua James and Kyle Meany, who were accused of falsifying the warrant that led to the fatal police raid at Breonna Taylor's apartment in 2020. U.S. District Judge Charles Simpson ruled that the actions of Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, who fired at the police during the raid, were the legal cause of her death rather than the allegedly faulty warrant. The court's ruling has reduced the civil rights violation charges against James and Meany from carrying a maximum sentence of life in prison to misdemeanors. However, the judge has decided not to dismiss the conspiracy charges against James and a separate charge against Meany for making false statements to investigators. The U.S. Justice Department said said it is reviewing the judge's decision and assessing next steps. All right, let's get into the comments. A vote in November for someone who understands the lack of equality and justice in our community is the only real, tangible, viable option we have to prevent this in the future. The alternative is Project 2025, which will only be more of this. Pretending to be shocked. I question America. Fannie Lou. Hamer. No, what? Yes. Let's let's let this seep in right quick. I question America. Fannie Lou Hamer. Let's give a moment of silence for this queen. Okay, thank you. So everybody in the comments are shocked. As y'all can see, the emojis, people are upset, they're mad. Um, Someone says, if we're looking at sequence of events, wouldn't it be the officer's unlawful entry that caused the boyfriend to fire at them, which therefore caused them to fire at her, which caused her untimely death? Come on now, who is this? Let's give you a like. Why is it that we as Americans, we can figure these things out? I feel like um we need to get more active. We're like us out here that are speaking up on things like this. We need to be more active in our communities. And I'm going to do my best to educate and ask people to start voting in their cities and their towns. See who's running for office. See, because it's only going to help us if we get out there and vote. Stop listening to those old hymns of my vote don't count. Listen here, if your vote didn't count, then why was women weren't able to vote back in the days, right? So your vote counts, you know? Um, Messenger for the Spiritual Army Angel says they probably wanted to start a riot. Sounds like it, don't it? All right. This is why I don't like that. Great lawyer Camp call Crump. I think he was saying Crump. I think he's a plant. Something ain't right. Absolutely. Something is not right. That woman went to glory and it could have been prevented. That part, yes. The president choose the judges. Remember that, y'all. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Got you, got you. All right. So, what do y'all think about that? We're gonna prayers up for Breonna Taylor. Oh shoot. Prayers up for Breonna Taylor. Let me see. So we had another story. Our other story is this. This is gonna be off topic, but it gives us a breather in between, right? Um, okay, so here we are. Lonely and sexually frustrated dolphin causes chaos on Japanese beaches, accused of biting and molesting several beachgoers. I swear we're not making this up. A solitary and sexually frustrated dolphin has been wreaking havoc on beachgoers in Mimiha, Japan. The male bottlenose dolphin, described by expert as horny and lonely, has been responsible for a series of aggressive encounters, leaving at least 18 people injured this summer alone. The dolphin's unusual behavior includes attempting to press its genitals against swimmers and lunging at unsuspecting beachgoers. Marine searchers suggest that the dolphin actions are driven by a combination of sexual frustration and loneliness, as dolphins typically thrive in social groups. Authorities have issued warnings and installed underwater acoustic devices to deter the dolphin, but the attacks continue to pose a significant risk to beach visitors. Amid the chaos, experts remind the public that while dolphins are often seen as friendly, they are wild animals and can act unpredictably when stressed or agitated. If you're heading to the beaches of Mimiha, be on the lookout for this love sick, aquatic troublemaker. Child, somebody said prison, no exceptions, human or not. Okay. Dang, dating is bad in the animal planet too. He said you either go give it to him the easy way or the hard way. Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husbands. Let me guess. He off that Julio too. I've reached my scrolling limit. Y'all stay safe. Ciao. Julie from Bad Girls Club tried to warn us about dolphins. Lonely and sexually frustrated. Lord, we ready to come. Just get us because what the F? Man, who the F keep over sexualizing these animals? Last week they said a damn penguin was gay. Now this. What do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about that story? Do y'all think that y'all will be visiting any beaches anytime soon? Let us know in the comments, child. Now, I do know y'all wanted me to cover the Judge Mathis. I believe I had put it to myself. I believe I put it to myself, but listen here. This is off topic, but on topic. I want to bring this up right here because a live that I did before this live, it was pertaining to um, utilizing emergency services, right? And we had one of our content creators, the Wiley Show. He misused emergency services. So this particular article right here stood out to me, and I want to share it with you.
Do you know how many times you called the police?
I probably have called them a total of 3 or 4.
911 with notation of your emergency. Okay, do you know this person?
Yes,
Who is it?
Miles Bryant.
Miles Bryant? How do you know it's him?
My neighbor caught it on camera yesterday and I knew it was.
Okay, what is he, when you say he's breaking in,
He's at my door trying to get in.
why would he be trying to get into your house?
I don't know.
I mean, he wouldn't just randomly come to your house. Have y'all been in an argument?
No, never, ever. Please, you can help me.
That's what I'm doing, but I need you to stay on the phone with me. He was there yesterday trying to get in as well?
Yeah, so is the cop close?
No, ma'am, they're not.
Yeah, if you get arrested tonight, are they going to be able to do that?
I don't know, ma'am. Obviously something's going on, but you're not telling me. I don't know why that...
No, ma'am, there's nothing going on that I'm not telling you. I don't think they sent the unit. They called my phone, but nobody ever.
This is why it is so important not to abuse 911. This is why. If you don't have an emergency, please leave them folks alone so they can go and help somebody else. Someone says missing teen murder trial. RIP Susan Morales. Oh my gosh, the operator should be fired. Horrible way to treat that young lady. Hope the dispatcher was fired. Dispatchers need to be charged in some situations. Can you guys do your thing and please find the name of the dispatcher? Dude trying to get in her house was an off-duty cop who was convicted of murdering a 16-year-old. The dispatcher recognized the name and blew her off because it was a cop. Wow. She better be fired and sued. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? It's important for the Karen not to act like an investigator. I have to head to bed, hun. Have a good night. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. Okay, so in my opinion, she handled that call all wrong. Is take your feelings out of it and do what's necessary because apparently she's calling for a reason, but that can be a lot. Okay, so let me get into this next story. So our next story is going to be, Let's see. Who's our next story? Okay. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, so here's another story that kind of goes hand in hand with this one. Okay, so here we are. So it says Rikers officer posed as TV producer to lure woman he raped to his home, Queens DA says. This story contains descriptions of sexual assault. So trigger warning: a Rikers officer accused of sexually assaulting at least two women while they were detained in the women's jail faces new allegations that he posed as a TV producer, casting a show to lure a different woman into his Springfield Gardens home and rape her. After the Queens District Attorney's Office, prosecutors unveiled new details about the alleged assault after Anthony Martin Jr. was arraigned on the indictment in Queens Supreme Criminal Court on Monday. They say he contacted the woman on social media and she went to his house expecting to meet other producers and prospective cast members. But when the woman got there, the DA's office said Martin Jr. was alone. Martin Jr. was arrested days later after the woman told police that he pulled down her pants and started his into her, pushed her onto the bed, and raped her while she told him to stop multiple times. According to a criminal complaint on July 25th, a grand jury indicted Martin Jr. on charges of first degree rape, third degree rape, first degree SA, and second degree unlawful imprisonment. He could spend up to 25 years behind bars if convicted. Cops should receive the longest sentences. As someone who is meant to enforce and protect the law, when they break it, the punishment should be even more severe. That part. Think of what COs are doing on Rikers Island. If this is what they do off it, it's long past time to close Rikers Island. Send him to Rikers, biggest gang in America. Protect and serve, lock him up and throw away the key. Well, he's going to know what it feels like real soon. But according to Benny Bascio in Coba, all the CEOs working on Torture Island are pillars of the community. Oh my goodness. That's sad, sad, sad. Okay, so let's drop that one down. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if I put in I don't know if I put in whatchamacall's case, but we do have this case right here, and I can still look for what's his name? The Judge Mathis. Okay, so female student at Rice University unalived in dorm room on first day of classes. Did y'all hear about this? A Rice University student was shot and killed Monday in her dorm room on the first day of classes, authorities said. University police said an unidentified male was found dead in the room with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Having just dropped my baby off from her freshman year, I can't even imagine the devastation of her family and friends. Stop killing women in domestic violence, pass a federal red flag law. Praying for the child and her grieving family. My heart aches for her family and friends as I think about my baby starting his sophomore year. He is 2,221 miles away from me in Michigan, while I'm here in California. The distance is so difficult for me to bear. I'm keeping all the families in my prayers. I can't even fathom what they're going through. I'm praying for a protective shield around all our children as they return to school, no matter their age or location. I hope they stay under the watchful eye of the divine and are kept safe from any harm. So yeah, that was a sad story. I mean, just imagine you taking your child to go get their education and boom, they have went to glory. Okay, so I believe this was my last story. I will, now that y'all are interested in the Judge Mathis, I will come back and give you guys some coverage on that. So yeah, I want to thank y'all so much for all that you do and how you show up for the Queen. So yeah, I'll be doing my research on that Judge Mathis case here shortly. So this concludes our broadcast. I can go ahead and drop the link. And anybody that wants to come up, please come up, sound off, give your opinion on the topics at hand that we discussed today on this live. And I need to find my red lip. Yeah, a red lip. And I usually have all my stuff around me, but I've like I had moved some things around in the studio. So yeah, so we're in the studio. I just kind of moved some stuff around. Um, but I will have on a lip. I will have on lipstick on the next slide. Okay. So about 15 more seconds to see if anybody wants to hit the link, and then I'll drop y'all off in Queen City. But definitely please like, share, subscribe if you are the replay gang. Want to thank you if you're here within the live broadcast. I want to thank you for taking the poll and all of the good stuff. So a lot of people wanted to get comfortable. Okay, so it says, where should we start? 30% says Miss Wendy Williams. Rolla Ladies got 0%. Hot Topics was 18%. Let me get comfortable. Okay, so they're changing right now. Okay, so Wendy Williams is 36%. We got 0% on Rolla Ladies, 18% on Hot Topics, and 45% on Let Me Get Comfortable. So a lot of people, oh, you don't see it here. Let me put the link. Let me put the link. Sorry. Silly me. Okay. So I just dropped the link to the StreamYard. So if anybody wants to come up, Miss Barbara asked for the link. Oh, there go Miss Barbara. I'm sorry.
Hi, thank you for all that information. That was a lot.
It was.
That was a lot. So let's recap.
Okay.
What did you talk about? Because you did a lot.
I did. I stuck on Miss Wendy Williams. She's back. She's at Dr. Sebi's son's shop in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah,
And
I seen
she,
your video you made earlier about that.
yeah. So she got her help that she's needing. She's looking so good. And her and that bang, it's just something about that bang. I talked about, what else did we talk about? Um I kind of freestyle tonight. I don't really have an order, but we talked
I wanted to
about
talk about this Judge Mathis. Are you going to talk about it on this live or your next live?
um I'll talk about them on my next slide, but go ahead and get me prepared. So as I'm doing my research, I can kind of have like a heads up.
Just for all women out there, you really need to listen to this. 39 years of marriage is ludicrous to divorce unless it's domestic violence. Unless it's domestic violence, and that's the bottom line. Even if he is so-called cheating, had a baby outside the marriage as an old man, be ridiculous, because men, they have an expectancy to be gigolo for about 10 years. You got from 50 to 60, baby, they not really speeding up like they was in their younger days. And I just feel, because Judge Mathis is such a man with integrity, I believe, I'm hearing a lot of, little bad tempers and things like that. But as far as in a relationship, I felt that I don't know. But I'm just saying, these men get impotent, you know. I just don't see, me being in my 61, I just can't see starting all over again. It's just, ugh.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that we should do a live on these men that have been getting divorced that are these are public figures, right?
Right.
So let's do a deep dive on these public figures um and why they can't stay married. I mean, because you have the wealth, you have all the resources, and us as
Because
regular Americans.
people pride, bad influence, having these women in your ear. Oh, you better leave him. Don't let him embarrass you. Like, oh, please mind your business. For real. Because it's ridiculous. That's the way I feel about it. I don't feel that women should get rid of their marriages because of a sexual affair or baby out of wedlock. I just don't. Unless it's domestic violence, especially for a black man, a king, a king. I never felt that. Well, I come from a different era, so let me be quiet.
Mhm. Well, I think that it would be a great discussion because 39 years of marriage, and you know, it takes me back to Miss Wendy Williams since we're here and we're on the topic. Remember how he handled her on that interview?
I just felt that if Kevin would have had more respect for Wendy, Wendy would still be Wendy Williams. She was fine with the other woman. She was. She was fine with the affair. She was fine with the house. She was fine with the cars. So why you had to get the woman pregnant?
Mm.
You
Linda
know,
Gibbons says integrity to cheat. No, if you can afford to be on your own, do it. No, ma'am.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Money can't buy you happiness. And a lot of times it's not that these men don't love you, the reason why they're cheating. Men are kings. It was the government law for a man to have one wife, so he could not make more kings and chiefs. That's my faith. I'm talking to black Americans. I am speaking to black Americans, only real black Americans. You understand? It was the government that made the law for what? A man to have one wife. So no chiefs and Indians can be made because the nationality that I come from, black men had many wives, so they could procreate as many as they can.
Yeah, but in this instance, okay, they got married, they took vows 39 years ago. But here we are today. She's ready to get out. And I could only imagine what went on in those 39 years. So if they are going to get divorced, one thing that I don't like is when partners go into bashing each other. Um, and we don't know what caused it. Maybe it could have just been her. She just woke up and said, this is it. We don't know what it was. Maybe it was something that they talked about. Maybe it was he brought an idea to her. Maybe there is a love child. I'm trying to think of so many ways of why a woman that stayed married to her husband for
Okay, so
39
let's
years
say
is
there's a
really
love child.
remarkable.
Let's say there's a love child. Okay,
Mhm.
here's a love child. You got another little beautiful baby, beautiful life. Okay, but he loves you still, and he's saying he doesn't want to get a divorce. I want to raise my baby also. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to be with the woman. I just want to have an opportunity to raise my child,
Mhm.
you know? And I'm just, baby, I'm 61. So you much younger than me. I'm just saying at 61, I want to take my clothes off for another man. I want to start all over again. Okay.
Well, current day 61 is like the new 30,
That's what they
because
want you to believe. That's the values and the immoral values that's being taught and tossed around. It's garbage. It's misery. It's immoral. Some people are
so let me
saying right
ask you
now,
this.
well, it's immoral for him to mess around in your law, in your land, in your King James Version, not mine's, baby.
So listen here. So Linda Givens says, if they love you, why cheat now? That's integrity to me. And she says, I mean, why? I mean, yeah, I'm lost too. I'm trying to figure out like 39 years. But then this clicked in my head. Norris Tony says, hey Tulsa, hey Miss Barbara. Um, 39 years, and then this went back to my head when he was on that interview with Wendy Williams, and the way that he was going in on her, I could, I mean, using that as evidence, I could only imagine how he talked to his wife.
I think he took advantage of time. Like just, I do believe my wisdom is telling me that he had affairs, outside affairs, but he did it very respectfully. You understand? And he feel like that's his business, since he did it respectfully, and she needs to accept that, and she needs to stay lonely and wait for me for months and months and months. And she just don't want to do that no more. She wants to so-called, she wants to have fun with a man, spending time with her also. So that's why she feels she's going to get, all she's going to get is a man to rob or marry her for all Judge Mathis money. That's all she's going to get.
Mm. That's deep, and I'm gonna do my research on it, and I think that I'm gonna do a segment just strictly on it.
Just like Jennifer, she's delusional to think that
Jennifer
she's,
Williams or
yes,
Jennifer Lopez? Okay.
no, Jennifer Williams. She was delusional to think that this man, 20 years younger than her, desired her sexually. That was just pure delusional. From day one, she looked like mother and son.
Mm-hmm.
From
But
day one.
Linda has a great point. She says, if you keep yourself in shape and fit, let's take it off. Get down no matter what age. See, this is my thing. Like, with age, I think it's more of how you feeling up here, because I've met plenty of seasoned individuals that were up in age and they still look good. It's all about you keeping up with yourself, and it's all about that self-love, that self-care, because if you don't love you, can't no, I mean, other people might say they can, but if you don't love you, nobody else is gonna love you the way that you love yourself, you know?
A queen is a golden temple. It don't have nothing to do with being a beautiful brick house when you take off your body. It's keeping your clothes on. It's not sharing your body with not another man, but one king. That's it. This king can have many queens, but a queen can only have one king. And all of these immoral values is being spread upon, just like I try to tell people. I want to talk about Roe versus Wade. My mama and many mamas like my mama had about 11 and 10 kids. If they had all of these um advertisements of all of the things that they have available today as far as termination, my little raggedy behind wouldn't be here, and half of my brothers and brothers and sisters wouldn't be here neither. And that's the purpose, and that's the point. So now they want to brainwash you with immorals. Oh, give your body away. There's so many diseases out there that's showing you that your body is a temple and it's foul to give your body other than to one person.
True.
Oh, that lipstick
Listen,
is cute.
yeah. So I was talking to this lady named Lady Snoop TV. She has a YouTube channel, and me and her was this girl talking about beauty. She was like, "You need a red lip or a nude lip or something like that." And
Mm,
I was looking at myself. I was like, "I need to put on that red lip." I got on this blue
yes,
jean, my blonde hair. I need that red
yes,
lip.
yes. I love to see our beautiful Black Americans radiating gold, because that's where we come from.
Yes.
All
And you
right,
know what, Miss Barbara? I thank
yes.
you so much for coming by. We was gonna wrap up this show. I'll be back at like 11:30
I
Central
don't
Time.
know. I'm on New York time, so I don't
Oh,
know
that'd be
what
12:30.
time that's for
Okay.
me. What time is that for me? Like,
So that I'll be live at 12:30 your time tonight. I'll be giving commentary on a beef sector. Um
huh, that beef sector.
yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
I know.
Jesus. Oh my God, I had to report Wally's show page today. Yes, I did.
That's what we're discussing tonight. The whole beef sector and how everything is going. But that was just, I don't like that. I don't like if you have a disability or a shortcoming and stuff like that.
Let's not blame it on that. Okay. He tried to take advantage. Point blank, bottom line. Go to Wally page. You'll see that for the last couple of months, it's been 300 views, 200 views, no more than 1,000. Okay. No more than 1,000. Now he'll never get another view. He just thought he was going to tell the judge, oh, I'm manic, I was off my medicine. None of that's going to work because he was in his full right mind. He think these psychiatrists are a joke. Okay, if you manic, you manic. That whole Walmart would have been tore up like that library. He would have not been able to be calm and tell the police officer lies. Lies. Those was lies. This was all, he just wanted to go viral. That's just the bottom line. And for that, he's going to serve time wherever he's serving, in the nut institution or in the, the other institution. But he going down, baby. He's not passing go. He's not getting out. You don't play with that. At Tops, we just experienced how many Black Americans being slayed. Believe me, he wouldn't have made it. Believe me, he wouldn't have made it out of the ghetto with that. He wouldn't have made it out of the ghetto with that. He wouldn't have played that game. Nowhere. 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 People ain't playing that. People ain't playing that. You understand? And I don't know how people was just standing in line and just looking, and the nut talking about and that lady, I would sue Walmart. That lady that had to call the police and stand next to a person that was supposed to have a bomb.
Yeah.
Walmart will be giving me a whole month vacation, a management job. I would definitely be getting paid for that terror. They would definitely be paying me for that. And I don't understand why I wasn't on the speaker. Evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately. So many things went wrong with that. So many things went wrong with that because people was taking that like it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It would have never. It was just by the grace of God that was taken as a joke. Because I don't know how that was ever taken as a joke. Not the way people running around with back sacks today. And doing the things that they doing. We got the Olympics. We got bombs being everywhere, and we got war, and we have terrorists. And that's why I reported his page. That was a terrorist act. I was so just watching it. I was so traumatized every second watching it, not knowing what I was going to see next. Okay, that's traumatizing. And it was more traumatizing being familiar on YouTube with this person. So YouTube need to recognize that we was traumatized. And that's why I'm not anonymous. All right. I'm not evil. I'm not a B sector trying to bring this man down, but enough of you. Enough of him. This man cold lies on people. He cold lied on me. I'm just saying cold, vicious lies.
Yeah.
Lies. He's insane. He tells cold lies. One time he almost got me and my people strapped off because I got so angry. I tried to call him up live. That's how angry I was. I said I would never go this page again because if I did, I'm going to jail. Just like another nosy situation, I would never go to that disrespectful person page because there was no reason for this person to be disrespectful to me for no reason. You understand? And I had the honorable respect for this person called that and nosy. I had the honorable respect for her because I felt she was a very intelligent investigator. I even told Wally, I'm going to get nosy after you. Watch, I'm going to get her to investigate you. You know what I'm saying? But then I went to her page, and I think me and Cheryl had to try to set Cheryl ass straight. And then she gonna, as she should. That's a girl, whatever. But I will slay both of them with the right words because she's ridiculous. I tried to go to Clubhouse because people kept talking about this, and she was over there. She was saying, "Oh, it's one of those weirdos." So I had to upload her little video, let her know I'm not to be played with, sugar. I'm not to be played with, sugar. Okay, so I got a little video face of her on there and told her, "Don't play with me. I'm not gonna come back." But I found myself in the bushes because it's so interesting.
All right. So listen here.
Um,
Let's finish up these I'm gonna read these comments. You can let the people know where to follow you at, and then we'll take it out, okay? So
all
as
right.
we were speaking, Linda Given says if you keep okay, we read that one. If divorce, the person is free to move on. Oh, if if divorce, the person is free to move on, and eventually, if commit to one sex will be expected unless celibate.
Yeah, celibate. That's where most, I hate to see lonely women like beautiful AT Ellie. She looking good, child. She gonna get a, she looking good. She losing that weight. Ellie is looking good. But I had to man almost get nailed to the cross because I was trying to suggest to her, get back into another relationship, and almost got nailed to the cross. Somebody start trying to attack my grandbaby. That's when I was like, nah, baby, let me I had to make a little video about her. Michelle.
Come on,
I
Benica,
love
we got
you,
to get back on
Telsa.
this. We
All
got to
right,
get
I
back
love
on it.
you, Telsa.
I love you.
You and my kids kill me marking the Holy Spirit words. Everybody be marking me.
We
They
got to get you back on Benica. What you tell me when I try to go left, Benica, to get me back over here.
because you sound like my daughter. That's why I'm cracking up. That's what they be saying to me. Bye, Tulsa. You funny. Bye,
I love
Tulsa.
you.
I love you. When
Okay.
you coming back on, I'm gonna stay up.
At 12:30 your time.
All right, baby. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Nurse Tony says, "Oh, and thank you, Miss Barbara. Y'all get on over. Her channel is Messenger for the Spiritual Army Angels. It's right there. Let me get down here to these comments that we didn't see. Norris Tony says Wiley needs to get off YouTube. Wiley needs professional help. You look good tonight, Tulsa. Thank you. I had to put on that lipstick. I'm like, we need some lipstick on tonight. Okay. Barbara is very entertaining. I like her. Yes, she is amazing. Right, you all. I have to drop you off in Queen City, and I'll see you next time. Okay. So long.